Hey Taurus, I need to talk to you about something that came through in this reading, and honestly, it has been sitting with me because the energy here is quite intense. I pull cards specifically about someone in your energy field, and what came through is not just about missing you or feeling regret. This is something that has shifted into a completely different territory, and I think you need to know about this. So let me just shuffle and see what the cards want to show us about this person and their current mental and emotional state regarding you. The energy I am picking up even before pulling cards feels heavy, obsessive, and there is this quality of someone who cannot let go. But let me see what the cards say because I want to give you the full picture here. Alright Taurus. The first card I pulled is the Queen of Swords, and I have to tell you, this card is showing me that someone is in a very specific mental state about you right now. The Queen of Swords represents someone who is extremely cerebral, analytical, and honestly quite sharp with their thinking. But here is what is interesting about this queen showing up in this position. This person is using their intellect not in a healthy way, but rather to dissect every single moment they had with you. They are replaying conversations, analyzing your words, looking for hidden meanings in things you said months or even years ago. What I am seeing with this Queen of Swords energy is someone who has turned their intelligence into a weapon of self-torture. They are cutting themselves with memories of you. Every single interaction you had is being examined under a microscope, and they are trying to understand where things went wrong, what they could have done differently, and more importantly, they are building this entire narrative in their mind about who you are and what you meant to them. The dangerous part here is that this Queen of Swords can be quite cold and calculating. So, while they are experiencing these intense feelings, they are also strategizing. They are thinking about how to reach out to you, what to say to you, how to present themselves in a way that might get your attention again. This is not someone who is just casually thinking about you. The Queen of Swords does not do anything casually. This is methodical obsession. They are journaling about you, talking about you to others, possibly even looking at your social media constantly, trying to piece together what you are doing and who you are with. There is this energy of surveillance almost, where they feel like they need to know everything about your life, even though they're not part of it anymore. The Queen of Swords here is showing me someone who believes they understand you better than anyone else. And that conviction is feeding into their obsession because they think nobody else can appreciate you or connect with you the way they did. What concerns me about this energy is that the Queen of Swords is also someone who can be quite cutting with their words. If this person were to reach out to you, or if you were to encounter them, they might say things that sound logical and reasonable on the surface, but are actually quite manipulative. They know exactly what buttons to push because they've been studying you in their mind for so long. They have rehearsed conversations, prepared arguments, and built up this entire case for why you should give them another chance or why you belong together. This is not healthy longing. This is obsessive mental fixation. The second card that came out is the King of Cups, and this is where things get even more complex because now we are seeing the emotional depth of what this person is experiencing. The King of Cups is the master of emotions, someone who feels things very deeply, but usually has control over those feelings. However, when the King of Cups appears in a reading about obsession and regret, it shows me that this person's emotional control is actually slipping. They are drowning in their feelings about you. Here is what the King of Cups is revealing. This person has a profound emotional capacity, and they are using all of that capacity to hold onto you energetically. They are not just thinking about you like the Queen of Swords showed us. They are feeling you in every cell of their being. When they wake up, you are their first thought. When they go to sleep, they are thinking about you. They are probably dreaming about you constantly. The King of Cups shows me someone who has made you their entire emotional world, even though you are not physically present in their life. What makes this particularly intense is that the King of Cups represents mature emotional energy. This is not a teenager with a crush. This is someone who understands the depth of what they are feeling, and they are convinced that what they feel for you is real, profound, and meant to be. They've elevated you to this almost mythical status in their mind and heart. You have become the one that got away, the person who understood them, the connection they will never find again. And they are holding on to this belief with everything they have. The dangerous aspect of the King of Cups in this position is that this person might start reaching out to you in emotionally manipulative ways. They might send you messages that are designed to target your heartstrings. They might share their vulnerabilities with you, tell you how much they have changed, how much they have been working on themselves, all while trying to draw you back into their emotional world. The King of Cups knows how to navigate emotional waters, and they know how to make you feel things. They remember what made you soft, what made you care, and they are not above using those memories to try to reconnect with you. I'm also seeing with this King of Cups that this person might be struggling with their emotional well-being because of this obsession. They might be experiencing mood swings, difficulty focusing on other relationships, possibly even depression or anxiety related to losing you. Their emotional health has become tied to the idea of you, and that is creating this desperate energy where they feel like they need you to be okay. That is not love. That is dependency that has twisted into obsession, moving forward. The third card I pulled is the Seven of Wands, and this card is really interesting because it is showing me that this person feels like they are in a battle. The Seven of Wands is about defending your position, fighting to hold your ground, and refusing to back down even when you are outnumbered or facing opposition. In the context of this reading, this person feels like they are fighting for you, fighting for the connection you had, and fighting against whatever circumstances or decisions led to the separation between you two. What the Seven of Wands is revealing is that this person has not accepted that things are over. In their mind, they are still in the game. They are still competing for your attention, your affection, your energy. If you are with someone new or if you have moved on with your life, they see that as competition that they need to overcome. They genuinely believe that if they just fight hard enough, if they just persist long enough, if they just prove themselves enough, you will come back to them or realize that you are supposed to be together. This is where the obsession becomes quite visible because the Seven of Wands shows someone who is not taking no for an answer. They're determined, stubborn, and they have this almost warrior-like mentality when it comes to you. Every time they think about giving up, something inside them says to keep fighting. They might be telling themselves stories about how all great love stories involve obstacles, how you are worth fighting for, how they cannot just let you go without trying everything possible. This kind of thinking is feeding into their obsession and making it grow stronger. The concerning part about the Seven of Wands here is that this person might start becoming more aggressive in their pursuit of reconnection. Not necessarily physically aggressive, but more persistent, more insistent, more unwilling to respect boundaries. They might start showing up in places they know you will be. They might start reaching out through different channels if you have blocked them somewhere. They might try to contact you through mutual friends or find other ways to get messages to you. The Seven of Wands does not give up easily, and when it is connected to obsessive energy, it can manifest as someone who does not understand or respect when someone else has moved on. I am also seeing with this card that this person might be in conflict with others in their life about you. Friends and family might be telling them to let go, to move on, to focus on their own life. But they are defending their feelings and their right to pursue this connection. They might be isolating themselves because people around them do not understand or support their fixation on you. This isolation is making the obsession worse because they have more time to ruminate, more space to build up fantasies, and less reality checks from people who care about them. Asterisk the fourth card is the Lovers, and at first glance, you might think this is romantic. But let me tell you what the Lovers is actually revealing in this context. The Lovers card is about choice, union, and deep connection. But when it appears in a reading about someone's obsessive energy toward you, it shows me that this person believes you are their divine counterpart, their soulmate, they're meant to be. They have convinced themselves that the universe brought you together and that your connection is fated. Here is what makes this dangerous. The Lovers is a major arcana card, which means this person has elevated your connection to a spiritual or cosmic level in their mind. They're not just missing an ex-partner. They believe they are separated from their other half. They think that being apart from you is going against the natural order of things. This belief system is fueling their inability to let go because in their mind, letting go of you would be like denying their destiny or rejecting what the universe has planned for them. The Lovers card is showing me that this person replays your entire relationship as if it were a grand love story. Every moment you shared has been romanticized and idealized in their memory. They have forgotten or minimized any problems you had, any reasons why things did not work out, any incompatibilities that existed. Instead, they have created this perfect narrative where you two were meant to be together and something or someone interfered with that divine plan. Maybe they think timing was off. Maybe they blame external circumstances. Maybe they blame themselves for not being ready. But they firmly believe that the connection itself was real and meant to last forever. What concerns me about the lovers appearing here is that this person is making decisions in their life based on this belief. They might be refusing to date other people seriously because they think you are their person. They might be making life choices with the hope that those choices will somehow bring them back to you or make them more appealing to you. They are essentially living their life in orbit around the idea of you and your connection. And that is preventing them from actually moving forward and building something real with someone who is available and present. The lovers also represents a choice, and I am seeing that this person has chosen to hold onto you rather than choose to let go and move on. Every day they are actively making the choice to feed this obsession, to check on you, to think about you, to hold space for you in their heart and mind. It is not something that is just happening to them. They are participating in keeping this energy alive. And because it is a choice they keep making, it is becoming more and more ingrained in their identity. You are becoming part of who they are and how they see themselves, which makes the obsession even harder to break. Now the fifth card I pulled is the Queen of Pentacles, and this is giving me very specific information about what this person wants from you or what they are envisioning for a future with you. The Queen of Pentacles is about stability, nurturing, creating a comfortable life, and building something tangible in the material world. This person is not just fantasizing about emotional or spiritual connection with you. They are actually planning a real life with you in their mind. The Queen of Pentacles is showing me that this person has detailed visions of what your life together would look like. They are thinking about living spaces, daily routines, how you would build a home together, possibly even children or pets or long-term plans. They have gone so far in their imagination that they have essentially created an alternate reality where you are together and living this stable, comfortable, abundant life. This is not just about wanting you back for romance or passion. They want you back because they see you as the person they are meant to build a life with. What makes this particularly intense is that the Queen of Pentacles represents someone who is practical and grounded. So this person has probably even thought through the logistics of how to make this happen. They might be working on improving their financial situation so they can provide for you. They might be thinking about where you would live, what kind of lifestyle you would have, how they could make you comfortable and secure. They have turned this obsession into a practical goal that they are working toward, which makes it feel more real and more justified in their mind. The Queen of Pentacles also suggests that this person sees you as someone who would bring stability and abundance to their life. They might believe that they were their best self when they were with you, that you brought out qualities in them that they cannot access on their own. They see you as the missing piece that would make their life complete and whole. This belief is driving their obsession because they feel like they cannot build the life they want without you in it. I'm also picking up with the Queen of Pentacles that this person might try to use material gestures to win you back or get your attention. They might send you gifts, offer to help you financially, try to provide for you in some way. They think that if they can show you how stable and secure they can make your life, you will see the value in reconnecting with them. This is their strategy for getting back into your world. They are trying to appeal to practical needs and the desire for security and comfort. The final card that came through is the Six of Cups, and I have to tell you, this card is really confirming everything else we have seen in this reading. The Six of Cups is about nostalgia, past connections, childhood memories, and longing for what was. This person is completely living in the past when it comes to you. They are replaying memories constantly, looking at old photos, rereading old messages, revisiting places you went together. They have made a home in the past and they cannot seem to find their way back to the present. What the Six of Cups is showing me is that this person has idealized your relationship to the point where it has become better in memory than it might have been in reality. They are focused on all the good moments, all the times you laughed together, all the ways you connected, all the sweet and tender experiences you shared. They have essentially created a highlight reel in their mind that plays on repeat. And every time they feel like they might be ready to let go, they replay this highlight reel and it pulls them right back into the obsession The Six of Cups also represents innocence and purity. And I am seeing that this person views your connection as something pure and innocent that was lost or corrupted somehow. They might feel like you are both your authentic selves with each other in a way that they have not been able to recreate with anyone else. This makes you irreplaceable in their mind. They do not just miss you, they miss who they were when they were with you. They miss the version of themselves that existed in your presence. What concerns me about the Six of Cups in this context is that this person is not living in reality. They are living in a fantasy of the past, and they are trying to resurrect something that no longer exists or maybe never existed in the way they remember it. People change, circumstances change, and you cannot go back and recreate the past. But this person does not accept that. They believe that if they could just reconnect with you, everything would go back to how it was. They could recapture that feeling, that connection, that version of themselves, and you that they are so desperately clinging to. The Six of Cups is also showing me that this person might reach out to you with nostalgic references. They might bring up inside jokes, remind you of special moments you shared, reference things that only the two of you would understand. They are trying to trigger your nostalgia, trying to make you remember the good times so that you will soften toward them and consider giving them another chance. This is emotional manipulation whether they realize it or not. They are using your shared history as a tool to try to reopen a door that you may have closed for very good reasons. So Taurus, let me bring all of this together for you because I want you to understand the full picture of what is happening here. You have someone in your energy field who is experiencing obsessive thoughts and feelings about you that go far beyond normal, missing someone or having regrets. This is a person who has made you the center of their emotional and mental world. They are thinking about you constantly, planning a future with you in their mind, refusing to let go of the past, and viewing your connection as something fated and meant to be. The combination of these cards tells me that this person is in a state where their thoughts about you are controlling their life. They are not living in the present. They are not open to new connections. They are not processing their emotions in a healthy way. Instead, they are feeding an obsession that is growing stronger over time. And what makes this particularly dangerous is that they are convinced they are right. They believe their feelings are justified. Their vision of you two together is accurate. And their persistence is noble, rather than problematic. I want you to be really careful here because this kind of energy can manifest in ways that cross boundaries. This person might start trying to insert themselves back into your life in ways that feel intrusive or uncomfortable. They might not respect your need for space or your decisions about your own life. They are so focused on what they want and what they believe is meant to be that they might not be able to see or honor what you actually want. If this person does reach out to you, or if you start noticing them appearing in your space more frequently, I want you to trust your instincts. You do not owe anyone access to you just because they have strong feelings or because you had history together. Your boundaries matter, and your peace matters more than someone else's inability to let go. You are allowed to protect your energy from people who are not in a healthy mental or emotional space regarding you. I also want you to know that their obsession is not really about you as a person. It is about what you represent to them, the feelings you triggered in them, the version of themselves they became around you. They have turned you into a symbol of everything they think they need to be happy and whole. That is not fair to you, and it is not healthy for them. Real love honors the other person's autonomy and respects their choices. Obsession tries to control and possess. What I am hoping is that this person finds the help they need to process their feelings and move on in a healthy way. But that is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to yourself, your peace, your boundaries, and your well-being. So, if you need to block numbers, avoid certain places, or be very clear about not wanting contact, do what you need to do without guilt. You are not being cruel by protecting yourself from someone who cannot manage their feelings about you in a healthy way. Alright, Taurus, that is what came through in this reading, and I know it is heavy. I wanted you to have this information so you can make informed decisions about how to handle this energy. Please take care of yourself and trust that you deserve to move forward in your life without someone else's unresolved feelings weighing you down. Stay safe and stay aware. I am sending you so much protective energy.